Hi, my name is Senyo Sugwai, and I'll be discussing my review for the article of the comparative study of stress among students, specifically medical, engineering, and nursing students from colleges in India, and it's created by a team from the Indian Journal of Psychological Medicine, and it was a study of the stress among students in a competitive environment, specifically in a medical, engineering, and nursing environment. Because a student is very competitive, it's a lot of work, it takes years to complete a degree in that one. So it's understandable why they would want to start from there. Because they actually could see how stress is and how the level of stress affects one's person's health, physically and mentally. They wanted to know they wanted to know what triggers stress and how people react to it. They decided on conducting a 24 yes or no questionnaire at random and anonymous, of course. So the results were 17 medical students, 11 engineering students, and 35 nursing students showed denial in the stress, that meaning they never suffer from stress of achieving of degrees, which at a point surprised the team because as a student of those majors, it's kind of hard that you don't suffer from stress, not even a little bit. It's like they're in denial of that stress. And they also found out that a normal range of 26 medical students, 32 engineering students, and 13 nursing students suffer from normal stress. And they all base this stress from this level of measurement on a scale of stress. So it's not accurate because no one knows a true definition of stress and how it works. It just knows that stress is a tear and wear of the body once the body goes through so much. As a result, they also found out that 5 medical students and 5 engineering students suffer from high levels of stress. So high that it got to a point that they were hospitalized and needed clinical attention. The team came to a conclusion that the attitude among the students turning in denial, which is in their terms a blind eye towards existing their stress. They also came to the conclusion that when they were looking at the questionnaire, they saw that the stress levels did came from pursuing such a long-term degree and such a competitive degree too, and also because the majority of the medical and engineering students had either one or both parents from the same profession or either one. And it is true, I agree with them. Student goes under more stress because of your parents' expectation, especially if your parents happen to be a doctor or engineer or a lawyer or even anything, can be very stressful. And my review is that this study is important to me, and should be important to everyone else because stress is such a vast topic because we really don't know what stress is. Stress could be different for either you and I. For another person, we could have different levels of stress, but stress is stress. Our body goes through so much to calm us down. Our body can handle so much, of course, and it comes to a point where it could actually affect your health. And I have seen it affect someone's health, specifically to my cousin. My cousin was a medical student. She was going to get her doctorate degree pretty soon. She was in her last few months of college before getting into medical school, and she was so much under stress that it she was studying day and night, and she put herself through a lot so she could study and get through these months and graduate. And it was stressful for her, and And it's hard because when for a student, we don't think about this, but we see that we could go through a night without sleep and study as much and we do okay, but it really could affect our health. It really can, physically and mentally. Like my cousin, it got to a point where she had to be hospitalized. She went into a short coma, and when she woke up, she was never the same. Her brain, a part of her brain, got damaged. I didn't ever really understood the what the doctor said, but all I know is that she's kind of, in a sense, demented, crazy. She's her brain. She doesn't function normally as she used to be, and because as students, we put ourselves in so much stress that it's just could damage us. And I agree with this article. I think they did a great start with students, specifically the students in competitive environments, and they should go out and study other students and high school students and adults and everybody to understand stress. But I think it was a great way to start for students, and specifically in these majors, because those are the most stressful. I could see that they're most stressful because I was as a nursing student, and it was very stressful. It was very stressful having to be on top, because if you weren't on top, you weren't the best. You had to be on top of your class because that means that you were the brightest, and that means you know the material. And I think it was a great way to start, and how they did this an anonymous and yes or no question. And it was a well conducted experiment, a study, I could say. The authors, the team, on their conclusion that they see that people are in denial of their stress, their conclusion, and how so many factors of the degree, the classes, your parents, every aspect can control our aspects in our lives and makes us stressful. And I feel like they should proceed in those results and try to help these students and anyone else so they could understand what stress is, and how they could help not fix it, because I don't think it's curable, but a way to in a way sense control it, to manage it, so we could live a normal, healthy style, a healthy lifestyle. That is my review. Thank you for watching and listening to me. Have a great day. Bye.